Hi, I'm Veronica Monet, and I'd like to ask you a really personal question. I'm wondering when you look back on all the sex that you've had over the course of your life, if it has always felt to you like you were totally connected to the person that you were having sex with, that you knew what they wanted, what they didn't want. For that matter, I'm wondering if you have always felt completely connected to yourself and totally aware of what you want and what you don't want. And further, if you were aware of what you wanted and what you didn't want, did you know how to say that to the person that you planned on or were having sex with? Was it easy to communicate your needs, your desires, your fears? Um, were you able to allow yourself to change your mind? Um, right in the middle of sex, even. If you're like most of us, I think your answer would probably be no. Um, most of us find it really difficult to do this, and it's not really built into our culture to have the conversations. Being a culture that is sexually shame-based, we're kind of taught not to talk about how we feel, not to express what it is that we want. And so we're kind of left with this guessing game. And I'm not just talking about first dates here. I work with men and women who are in long-term relationships, and I hear over and over again that they have no idea what their partner's thinking or how their partner's feeling. And in fact, I've talked to a lot of women who are literally enduring sex that they do not enjoy or that they find less than satisfying. Or sometimes they go so far as to say it's sex that they hate. So there's a wide range of feelings there, but in general, a lot of wives and girlfriends who are having sex because they feel like they should, but don't really know how to ask for what they want. And I think the problem even goes deeper. I don't know that it's just that we don't know how to talk about what we want with the people that we're having sex with, which is in itself tragic. Because you'd think if you were going to be that intimate with somebody, if you could surely talk to them about what you're doing with them. But mostly that isn't the case. And the other thing, I think that because most of us have been, you know, grown up or raised up or somehow or another inculcated into a sex negative culture, we don't even know what we want. We're not sure. We're confused, conflicted, and less conscious. And I want to bring awareness and consciousness and full consent, consent that's sexy for all genders, to this conversation. That's why I'm writing my second book. It's called Love, Lust, and Romance in the Wake of Me Too. Now, I know some people don't think hashtag #MeToo's had a lot of impact on their life, particularly if they're in a long-term relationship. But I tell you something, I think having sex that you're unclear about, that you don't know if that's really what you want, and you're not real sure if your partner's really enjoying it, I think that is kind of a Me Too moment. So I want to take a dive into that, the terrain around consent in relationship. That can be anything from a first date to 50 years of marriage. And I think it's a really important one that we need to have. I am about a third of the way through this book, and I'd really, really love to have your participation at this point. I am open to hearing your personal stories, might even want to put some of those in the book if you gave me permission for it. But mostly, what I want is for you to ask me the questions that are burning inside you, the ones that leave you feeling frustrated and confused. I really want to address those in this book, and with your help, I can do that. So all you got to do is click the little button below this video, and I really look forward to hearing from you in whatever capacity calls to you. I've made a little list of some possible suggestions below, but mostly I just really want to hear what's real for you in this moment around consent, around hashtag #MeToo, and around being able to move past our sexual shame and really communicate our desires and fears and boundaries and joys. Look forward to hearing from you.